Alright, let's talk about the Partnership Resident Visa. It's a route for those who found love with a Kiwi and want to make New Zealand their permanent home. Now, this visa isn't a walk in the park, but if you are genuinely in a stable relationship with a New Zealand citizen or resident, it might just be your ticket to staying here for good. By the way, we have a full article on this topic, so please check it out. I'll drop the link in the description below. First off, what's this visa about? If you're the partner of a New Zealand citizen or resident, you can apply under the family visa category, which, if approved, allows you to live permanently in New Zealand. But it's not as simple as just filling out a form and waiting for the magic to happen. You need to have lived together for at least 12 months in what Immigration New Zealand calls a genuine and stable relationship. You can't just rely on the fact that you've been together for years or have kids. INZ wants proof, documents, photos, messages, the works. You'll need to meet general, relationship, and sponsor requirements. The general requirements include pay the application fee, use the right forms, meet health and character standards, and be a bona fide applicant. Relationship-wise, you don't need to be married, but you must have lived together for a year or more in a genuine, stable partnership. This can include marriages, civil unions, or de facto relationships. Your sponsoring partner has their own set of criteria to meet. They can't have supported multiple successful resident visa applications before, can't have supported a residence application in the last 5 years, and must be of good character themselves. They also need to fill out a sponsorship form. Evidence is key. You'll need to provide letters from yourselves, friends, and family confirming your relationship, photos, text messages, screenshots, social media posts, bank statements, utility bills, and tenancy agreements. If you've lived apart for a while, you need to show how you kept the relationship alive during that time. Costs: the application fee is $2,750 if you apply while in New Zealand, and $3,610 if you apply from overseas. There might be additional costs for medical exams, translations, and new temporary visas if your current visa expires during the application process. The process involves checking eligibility, compiling documents, preparing and submitting the application, and then waiting. The processing time typically ranges from 6 to 12 months, but it can take longer if additional checks or interviews are needed. If granted, you'll initially get a resident visa, and after 2 years of living in New Zealand, you can apply for a permanent resident visa. This allows you to live in New Zealand indefinitely. If your resident visa is approved while you're overseas, you have 12 months to enter New Zealand to activate it. If you've lived together outside of New Zealand for over 5 years and your partner is a New Zealand citizen, you might be eligible for a permanent visa straight away, though this requires extensive documentation. Children from previous relationships can be included in your application if they are financially dependent on you. If they are not of legal age, you'll need to provide documentation proving you have the legal authority to decide their residence in New Zealand. And if you find it too overwhelming to deal with it on your own, it really pays to get an experienced immigration lawyer like us on board. We have helped many clients over the years to ensure they're on the right path, and full and proper legal representation from us might be just what you need. There you have it, the nuts and bolts of the Partnership Resident Visa. It's a thorough process designed to ensure that only those in genuine and stable relationships make it through. So get your paperwork in order, show that your love story is the real deal, and you could soon call New Zealand home permanently. And that is our tip of the day. Do follow and subscribe to get one step closer to your New Zealand dream. Ka kite anō.